Serving the community in the spirit of giving, the downtown bar that stayed open to feed the less fortunate. And an interruption at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade as protesters walked the streets of New York City.
And it was a cold and cloudy day today when the sun returns and the warm weather returns. Coming up.
Happy Thanksgiving and thank you for joining us. I'm Mike Rush. The much anticipated truce in the Israel-Hamas war will go into effect in just a few hours. A group of 13 hostages held in Gaza will be turned over tomorrow, all expected to be women and children. Also, hundreds of aid trucks will be allowed to cross into Gaza during each day of the 4-day halt in hostilities. NBC's David Noriega has the latest from Tel Aviv.
In a major development in the Israel-Hamas conflict, the long-awaited ceasefire and exchange of Israeli hostages for Palestinian prisoners is set to begin to take place tomorrow. The pause in hostilities is scheduled for 7 a.m. local, and 9 hours later, around 4 p.m., we expect to see the first group of Israeli hostages released from Gaza. That is a group of 13 people, women and children, comprising complete family units that will be transferred to Israeli custody. The Israeli government is already in contact with the families of those hostages and is preparing them for the reunification. In addition, both the Israeli government and Hamas leadership have confirmed that Red Cross personnel will be allowed to access the remaining Israeli hostages inside of Gaza to ensure that they get any needed medical treatment. Furthermore, aid trucks, possibly hundreds of aid trucks per day, will be allowed to enter Gaza through the Rafah crossing in Egypt. The ceasefire is expected to last 4 days, and groups of at least 10 Israeli hostages will be released each day. Concurrently, 3 Palestinian prisoners will be released for every Israeli hostage from prisons inside of Israel. The ceasefire could be extended as long as Hamas is willing to release more Israeli hostages. The Qatari government, which brokered the deal, hopes that this will be the beginning of a longer-lasting truce. From Tel Aviv, David Noriega, NBC News.
And we've got more details that are developing about the vehicle explosion on the Rainbow Bridge at the U.S.-Canada border crossing yesterday. The FBI says the incident does not appear to be terrorism related. They're looking at the incident as a traffic investigation. New York's governor also revealed that no explosives were found at the scene. Earlier yesterday, a vehicle sped toward a border checkpoint on the U.S. side of the bridge, hit a booth, and exploded. The driver and the passenger in that vehicle were killed.
First warning weather with meteorologist Sean Kelly.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. 5:03 is the time, and it's been a bit cloudy and gray all day, but seeing some clearing within the clouds just before sunset this evening out in the hill country. Still a bit gray though in the metro down through the south and east here, with even a spot shower up in Milam County. We had a few spot showers and a few light raindrops early today, but yeah, we're just stuck with the cloudy skies. A live look on the Austonian weather camera showing just that. It is chilly, but temperatures here not too bad. We're a good 10 degrees cooler than where we should be for this time of year, sitting at 61 in Llano, 60 in Cherokee. So warmer temperatures actually out in the hill country where we have the sun, but still pretty cool here in the metro. 56 in Austin, 57 in Buda, and then out towards the east, we're into the low and middle 50s, 54 in Giddings, 55 in Lexington. Temperatures for the next few hours dipping down into the 40s, low 40s as we head towards the early morning hours. Some areas out in the hill country getting pretty close to that freezing mark. In the next few mornings, you'll definitely need to run that heater, but we do get a little bit warmer as we head towards Sunday. Look at Monday, that's in the wake of the cold front. Major improvements today with our drought monitor here for nearly every single county from the little bit of rain that we did see over the past week or so. Coming up in first warning weather, we've got warmer weather arriving tomorrow, sunshine, but we also have some rain chances here in the extended forecast. We'll talk about that coming up.
All right, Sean, thanks. Well, as you can imagine, downtown Austin is fairly quiet today because of Thanksgiving, but one 6th Street bar decided to stay open for the holiday. Along with serving drinks and music, the bar distributed food to Austin's unhoused community. It's the 3rd year the bar has hosted its Friendsgiving Drive. KXAN's Sarah O'Shea explains why they do this and the difference that it's making.
Hi for you.
It's what the holidays are all about.
You have a happy Thanksgiving.
And they're not alone, like there's people actually that care for them. It brings everyone together, you know.
Here at Friends Bar on 6th Street, plates of hot food are ready to be eaten.
We have some mashed potatoes.
Blankets ready to be passed out.
Do you need a blanket or anything? Okay.
All of it for the unhoused community in Austin. The idea came to the bar's kitchen manager, Jorge Trejo, 3 years ago.
We're lucky we have like a roof, we have a meal and everything. But there's people out there that don't, so we try to give a little bit back, you know.
They've been hosting a Friendsgiving drive ever since, passing out 200 meals every time.
I opened it, it smelled so good.
Michael Moon says while he's excited for the turkey and rolls, this food means more to him than just a warm meal.
I mean, you do feel that support, so it's great. It's nice to have. It means a lot, really. It does, and that's what the holidays are about, I believe.
Sarah Alsheh, KXAN News.
The bar staff also collected clothes, blankets, and shoes today. They plan on passing those out on Christmas Day. Well, volunteers served thousands of meals in North Austin through Operation Turkey today. 700 turkeys were smoked and over 12,000 meals were served to the community. Turkey tailgate tents were set up in 4 different locations with plates loaded up with food at a Cedar Park HEB, 2 Juliet's Kitchen locations, and Spinners in Round Rock.
So the kids come out and decorate these. So as soon as the recipient receives them, it's going to put a smile on their face. And then in here, we have a full meal. So they receive turkey, dressing, mashed potatoes, green beans, corn, cranberry sauce, and pie.
Looks good. Operation Turkey has been serving the community for 23 years now. The 97th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade marched down the streets of New York City today. This year's parade featured 25 balloons, 31 floats, and 18 all-star performers. The parade also marked the debut of the first ever balloon themed after NFT characters, Cool Cats. And at the end of the 2.5 mile route, Santa and Mrs. Claus. This year's celebrity Mrs. Claus was actress Cheryl Lee Ralph. And pro-Palestinian protesters disrupted the parade, according to multiple reports and videos from the scene. Footage shows several people blocking the parade route as a float waited to proceed. Protesters were wearing shirts with the words "Free Palestine," and Palestinian flags could be seen on the grounds as the demonstrators were led away by police. The protest was one of several incidents on the parade route, with local media reporting around 30 protesters stopped the parade on a different part of that route. Still to come, thoughts of turkey, stuffing, and casserole now turning to promotions, deals, and coupons. How to stay wallet-friendly during Black Friday. Plus, a winter wonderland this morning in a place you might not expect. And one Central Texas family celebrating a loved one and a major milestone. After today's big feast, your thoughts may be turning to Black Friday shopping, and we've got some tips on how you can save money tomorrow and throughout the holiday season. You can start off by downloading the apps for your favorite stores. That way you can keep a better eye out for promotions and deals that they're offering. And if you're a fan of shopping at small businesses, follow their social media pages for holiday deals. If you're shopping online, you can also use browser extensions to help you find coupons that'll help your holiday shopping wallet-friendly. And of course, keep an eye out for deals on Cyber Monday and lower prices for flights on Travel Deal Tuesday next week. Something that you don't see every day, snow in Mexico. The first winter storm of the season arrived in northern Mexico today. You're looking at video posted to Facebook from San Jose de la Hoya. The snowy weather impacted various regions in the northern part of the country, and a cold front is also expected to affect the southeast as well as the Yucatan Peninsula. Still to come, a major milestone celebrated by one Central Texas family. Meet the oldest living Air Force Academy graduates, still soaring high in the sky.
And it was an unseasonably chilly Thanksgiving Day today. You can thank the cloud coverage for that. More than 10 degrees below average. Sunset here just less than 20 minutes away. So sunshine, though, it returns for the day tomorrow. We'll talk about that coming up. We're already tracking our next cold front and our next chance of rain. We'll let you know how much rain you could see in First Warning Weather.
As Texans gather for the holiday, many enjoyed traditions like passing down family stories over Thanksgiving dinner. One Central Texas family is celebrating a major milestone this year as their relative soars to new heights, hitting his 90th birthday. As our Monica Madden reports, Paul Layson's life story is what makes him unique as America's oldest U.S. Air Force Academy graduate.
I wanted to fly, and that's what I've been doing ever since.
Retired Major Paul Layson has been flying longer than most people have been alive.
I started in 1960.
And heading into his 90th year, the Georgetown pilot is still flying.
When you get up and pull the gear up and start climbing, the world looks so much better, so much better.
That milestone encapsulating a lifetime of excellence. In 2017, Layson flew with the Thunderbirds.
Regulations say we can't fly anybody over the age of 55. And I was a little bit over the age.
He also won a Wright Brothers Master Pilot Award, but Layson has never cared about the accolades. What did getting that award mean to you?
Not much.
In 1959, Layson was part of the first class to ever graduate from the U.S. Air Force Academy.
First opportunity I had to get into the service, I took it.
He went on to serve in the Vietnam War, flying F-105s in more than 100 combat missions.
In retrospect, it was a big waste. But at that time, we didn't question it. It was our job.
Decades later, the scars from war remain.
And I was fortunate to survive, but quite a few of my friends did not. Takes me back. Bit of history.
He can count at least 44 friends.
We lost a lot of people.
Many of whom he taught to fly, killed in combat.
And those names and those people and those faces come back to see you.
Another face Paul misses, his co-pilot in the skies and in life, his wife Barbara.
My wife and I, Barb and I, we always had a wonderful home and a lot of love in the home.
They were married for 52 years before she passed in 2011.
There's a good reason to share his story. He's a valiant warrior. He's a passionate husband and father. And he's extraordinarily good at flying aircraft.
Now, his son Michael accompanies him on adventures. His pride for his dad surpasses the elevations they've soared to together.
I'm extraordinarily grateful for what he's taught me.
Life lessons learned from the sky that Michael will never forget.
He's a survivor. Whatever life threw at him, he managed to survive it. And whether it was guns and bombs and bullets, or just the hard knocks of life, because he did come from a very, very humble beginning, like many Americans of his generation. He survived.
It's been a good life for me as far as I'm concerned, because I did what I wanted to do, and I got to do a lot of it, and I'm still doing some of it.
Monica Madden, KXAN News.
Paul turned 90 on Wednesday. He and his son Michael flew together to Florida to celebrate the holidays and the milestones together. Paul says he feels like he's hitting what he calls his absolute ceiling of his aviation career and plans to officially retire soon.
First warning weather with meteorologist Sean Kelly.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. 5:19 is the time. We've got a pleasant but a little bit chilly evening that we are expected later on tonight. Don't forget the jacket as temperatures eventually fall down into the low 50s if maybe you're going to be walking the dog or just maybe walking off some of that turkey and all that food. Finally, a little bit of sun just before sunset this evening. We're seeing that here out in the distance out in Georgetown. A very picturesque view right now as we start off your evening with temperatures right now a bit cooler than yesterday, and you can thank the cloudy skies for that. We're a good 5 to 7 degrees cooler than yesterday at this time. Where we saw a little bit more sunshine out in the hill country, that's actually where we're dealing with milder temperatures, from Llano at 61, 60 in San Saba, but pretty chilly the further south and east you head. We're at 56 in Austin, 58 in Georgetown, 54 in LaGrange, chilly in Giddings and in Cameron, into the low 50s here. And later on, we'll be all into the low 50s, eventually the 40s, and waking up early tomorrow morning to temperatures down into the low 40s and even some 30s out in the hill country here with light winds. And we may see some patchy fog early tomorrow morning, maybe some low-level clouds out there. But after that, for the first few hours, we get ready for a gorgeous day tomorrow. Finally, a full-on sunny sky into the afternoon. As a result, those temperatures will warm up pretty nicely here into the middle 60s. So those stubborn clouds, after seeing a little bit of rain out there today for a few spots in our area, nothing too significant. The heavier rain is well east of our viewing area, but still a spot shower possible in Milam County. And you can see that cloud line still, for the most part, over the metro and out towards the east. And distinctively, where we are seeing a clear on sunny sky is in Llano County, Mason, San Saba, and into Fredericksburg. We all will clear here through the next few hours, through the overnight, and tomorrow morning, other than that patchy fog that we'll wake up to, we'll clear on out and we get ready for a gorgeous sunny day for anyone spending it outdoors. And heading into Saturday, that's when the clouds start to return early Saturday morning, and then we start to see maybe a few spot showers late in the day Saturday, especially Saturday night and into early Sunday morning. This will be when our next cold front pushes through the area early Sunday, 6, 7, 8 o'clock from the north, pushing southward here and increasing our rain chances and our coverage of rain as well. Maybe even the intensity could see maybe 1 or 2 weak thunderstorms. That rain chance moves down towards our southern counties 9, 10 o'clock, and then I think we're mainly dry through the remainder of the day on Sunday, but still a bit cloudy and gray out there. How much rain through the next 7 days? Not that much. As you saw, that rain intensity, the coverage wasn't too significant for the weekend, but this now factors in the chance of rain into next Wednesday. That'll be our second opportunity here, seeing maybe up to 1/4 of an inch for those areas further east of I-35, and then lesser amounts out towards the hill country. So tonight, it's going to be a cold one. Don't forget the jacket, 42 degrees for a low. And if you're going to be up early, maybe you're doing some Black Friday shopping, we start off into the 40s, but then by 11 a.m., we warm up nicely there into the upper 50s, and it's going to be a great day for anyone doing some tailgating outside for tomorrow's UT game. By the way, cedar season has begun. Luckily, still low concentrations, but we'll continue to keep an eye on that. 7-day forecast here showing that stretch of 60-degree weather with the rain chances into Sunday, drier into Monday, but chilly weather then.
Still to come, racers take their marks at the 33rd annual Turkey Trot. How many took to the starting line this morning? Thousands of runners took to the streets of Austin for the 33rd annual Turkey Trot this morning. Racers had the opportunity to run in timed and untimed 5-mile races. And there was also a race just for the kids. A few turkeys out there as well, as you can see. And a 1-mile walk and run course was there as well. It was a way to get out and have some fun with the runners burning some of those calories before hitting their Thanksgiving table. All the proceeds will go to Caritas of Austin, which is a nonprofit aiming to help those experiencing homelessness. The Turkey Trot started in 1991 with just 600 participants. This year, over 20,000 were expected to run and to volunteer. Tonight on KXAN, the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks go head-to-head, and KXAN News is right after the game. Or join us earlier for KXAN News at 9 on CW Austin. Here's where you can find us over the air or through your television provider.